time, the lawyer withdrew appearance, for reasons best known to him, because the reason stated on camera is clearly not the reason. We had tried to reach him even before we got that court date, and then he withdrew. So today, we just still waited patiently. So I don't think we should dwell on all that. He has been granted bail, Oh yeah, you can come and join. He has been granted bail. No, I know the para, I know the best. I'm excited. They tried so much to object the bail. It was so weird. It's as if somebody was trying to prove a point so it doesn't come out, It was weird because even last week, they didn't object anything like that. In fact, I heard they didn't come with a lawyer, the DSS. But the Attorney General of the Federation, who we already heard is supposed to, or was making moves to withdraw the case because it has no weight, there's nothing there, he's suddenly interested. They even brought a witness to court. Wow. I think the plan was to really send him away today. But thank God, God is God. It gets to a point where you just thank God. So we are excited that the judge today was acted decisively, stayed on the side of the defendants, right? Because nobody is the criminality proven guilty. So that's what happened today. He was granted bail. Yes. Yes. Banter and the rest. This is what African man called the work of the devil. Because how do I start explaining what happened? From the first day, we were shocked he wasn't given bail, because even the charges were funny. It was not weighty at all. Then the other time, the lawyer withdrew appearance, for reasons best known to him, because the reason stated on camera is clearly not the reason. We had tried to reach him even before we got that court date, and then he withdrew. So today, we just still waited patiently. So I don't think we should dwell on all that. Let's just dwell on the good news. Somebody is asking, or was asking, how long it would take for him to get, for him to fulfill the bail condition. And I responded, I don't know. Even if it takes 1 month, the good news today is that he got bail, knowing where we are coming from. And I really want to thank Nigerians. I really want to thank every one of you who added your voice. Even the one, the media, they heard your voice. When the military saw how the people were agitated, they quickly took him to the DSS. Do you understand? That can only be done because of the media, the people. To me, the media is the actual court of law. They decided that justice must be out, and the military came outside from their wicked shells, handed him over to the DSS, and the DSS proceeded with caution. They treated him, took him to the hospital. In fact, at the earlier stage, it's said that the DSS even rejected because the case was too hot. The media, the Nigerian people made it too hot for them. They, at some point, but they are a civil organization, they had to take over, brought him to court, and at every point they were careful with justice. Very careful. And I can tell it's not because of me or you here, it's because of those out there.
He didn't talk anything against the soldier, and since his arrest or kidnapping, there has been no unrest in the military. There has been no issue that the military responded to that post. So basically, the conditions for finding him guilty of those charges do not exist, and that's what we're going to prove. But every trial is a trial. It calls for seriousness, and while we talk to the media, but we will do more working in chambers, and I'm confident that my Lord Justice knows the law and will do the right thing, and justice will be free. It's sad that he's not free today. It's normal condition. Best will be performed. You fit the conditions, then you get free. So far so good. Thank you so much.
So we just finished from court today, and the court has had the bail application of Justice Machidebere and has granted the bail, even though the bail conditions were not too stringent but was a bit stringent. The office of the Attorney General filed a counter to oppose the bail application, and it was based on their counter, that the liberal terms that we ought to have gotten was not too liberal, and it's just so unfortunate that we couldn't take this bail application on Thursday, because if we are taking this bail application on Thursday, perhaps it wouldn't have been this way. So it just goes to say that justice actually delayed is justice denied. If we had not gotten to delay and overflock this bail application, perhaps by now justice would have been out and reunited with his family. So, well, the prosecution has also opened their case. The court ordered as a last adjourned date that they be, mandated to open their case today. And they called the first witness who has come to inform the court that Justice Clark actually posted on his page what he received from officers of the Nigerian army. So we believe that there's no much case. Yes, this is an instance where a person receives credible information and informs the public about it.
I know that Marshal by this time will be seeing all the whole court proceedings, but I'm not going to take side for everybody. One thing that I would like to make it very clear is that don't get into any trouble of any kind that will lead you to police station, courtroom, or even community council, because there's no justice anywhere. I don't believe in that shit you people say justice. I don't believe there is any justice anywhere. So do the best you can to make sure that you don't fall into temptation. Yes, lead me not into temptation is better than delivering you from all evil, according to Psalm 23. So it's better that you didn't even drop into the temptation than asking anybody to deliver you from the evil. Yes, and in the case of VDM, Showore, Mamapee, and all these people, there's no activism anywhere. All these people that you see that they are doing activism, they are selfishly doing it for their own personal interest. One, to get fame, because because they know there is money in activism, so they are trying to do it to get fame. Then you could take the track record of VDM, the time he starts and what he's doing now. He's doing contrary to what he's doing. So with the same thing, Mamapee, the same thing. So I don't see all those people as an activist. I don't care about what other person might say now, but to me, I don't see them as activists. I just see them, all of them, as just content creator. They are just there to make money, to live a flamboyant lifestyle, all in the name of they are advocating for the people. I didn't see any advocacy there. No. So quote me anywhere. I'll still stand my ground. So, but thank God that Justice Christ is being released by the special grace of God. He's being granted bail. So, despite that the court makes some ridiculous bail condition that not supposed to be so for a young man who is not even up to 40 years. That kind of bad condition. So where is he going to see somebody that there's level 15, that is there's some bad condition that you don't supposed to be giving someone for their first instance. Meanwhile, this is also Nigeria. They'll still find a way around it and resolve it. So do well to share your own opinion in the comment section, and don't forget to click on your subscribe button. Thank you and God bless.